we alive. Yay! Good morning, everybody, and thank you for being patient with me while I pulled my ass together and got prepared to be with you lovely people today. All right, I hope everybody had a good weekend. Let's go ahead and do our introductions, and we'll start with Michael, who is here on my channel for the very first time.
Hi, I'm Mike McPhee. My sexy self is called Eddie LaFay, and I have another persona called Ned Erickson. A video that I discussed on Caro's channel, I actually managed to do and posted yesterday.
What?
I
did.
Yay! I saw it.
8 tries. But I just said, I got advice, and somebody basically just said, frig it, just post it. So that's what I did.
Well done.
And today I am going to try to edit down a work that I've already done in order to submit it somewhere.
Cool.
I have 1,000 words I have to get rid of.
Is it the project you were talking about last week?
No, this is a new one. I finished the one from last week. This is I found an anthology that's submitting April 30th about haunted houses.
Oh, I like that.
And so they're looking for short stories, 7,000 words or less.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a charity. It's for charity.
Oh, cool.
Well, that's really nice.
And if you can get a story written in 7,000 words or less, more power to you, because I cannot. I'm like 7,000 words is like my introduction. I struggle so bad. So.
It can be a struggle.
Okay.
I generally, short stories for me is like 12,000 words. That's what I usually do.
Oh, wow. Right on.
I actually managed to write a short story that was like less than 5,000 words. I didn't know who I was. I was like, what's happening?
You're like, I got it.
Got it.
All right.
Here.
Woo!
Carol,
check that out, guys. Your turn, Carol.
Hi, my name is Carol Brown, and my co-host here is Bones. He is my local Grim. Hello. Hi. Oh, yeah, I love you. I'm trying to talk. Oh, my God.
He's such a cute puppy.
He is a good dog. I am an urban fantasy author. I also have an alter ego referred to as Faye Black, where I write BDSM erotica. So if that is your kink, that is definitely over there. I have one short story out about that. Came out on February 14th. And then I actually have a pre-order out right now for my book re-release that's coming out on March 23rd. Do you know what's really interesting about March 23rd?
It's your birth. No, it's not your birthday, because you and Mr. Elijah have the same birthday. It's your anniversary.
No, it's Sky's birthday. So I think releasing books on people's birthday is going to be a thing for me.
Awesome.
Yes. I'm actually here to work on I'm consulting somebody this afternoon, and I kind of did like a quick overview of what they wanted, but then today I'm like, I just actually really need to get into like your internet footprint and find out this shit for you. So that's what I'm doing.
So are you like
are you waiting until a week after my birthday to re-release something, and now I feel gypped.
Sorry. You know what? The next year I'll release 2 things just for you.
I'm kidding.
Okay. You can. It's fine. What was your question, Dana?
Oh, shoot.
Something about stalking. I heard stalking. That's all I heard.
Oh, are you stalking this person? Is that what you mean by finding her?
Yes, I have permission to.
Right on. That's totally awesome. Well, okay, so it's consensual stalking. I like that. Okay, that's totally cool.
Isn't that what's called following?
Following, yeah.
Awesome. And I am Dana Gollin Wrights. If you're here, it's because you probably love me, which it means a great deal to me, and I really appreciate it. Today has been a rough day, and it's only started. So yeah. But anyway, you can get there's a link for Caro's dressed up in the description, and eventually I'm going to get the pre-order link as well, and I'll have to put your links in the description, Mr. McPhee, because this is his first time with me on my channel, and I'm really excited about it. I've known Michael for a while now, and I love having him around. So yeah. So let's go over here to the comments real quick so we can say good morning to everybody.
What are you doing?
All right. Good morning. I know. He's like, no, I know that voice, and she needs me to chase the Grims away.
Yes.
Yes.
Chase the gremlins away. I'm here.
That's right. That's right. Good morning. Good morning to Devin. Thank you for being here. Rosalind's here. Haley's here.
Lay down.
Good morning. Good morning.
Go on. Lay down.
BC Brown Books. Heather. Good morning, Heather. How are you?
Lay down.
BC Brown Books is
No relation.
no relation to Caro, but apparently she and I do share a similarity that it takes 10,000 words to introduce ourselves. I just, I love to ramble on and on. So, but that's what cutting the fat's for.
What are you doing?
So, all right, awesome.
Well, it depends on what you're writing, Like if you're writing an epic novel, 10,000 words is nothing.
Yeah, because you're kind of like, you're talking about how some guy walked into a village and there's freaking like orcs and gnomes everywhere or something.
Yeah. Well, and I guess when I'm reading, I like being there with the character. And so what happens is when I write is it's just like, oh, everybody wants to smell what this muffin smells like, and everybody wants to know what her perfume is like, and then I have to go back and I have to be like, okay, well, they don't need to know every single detail about this crumbly butter melting muffin.
Maybe they only need to know 2 things instead of 5.
Right, exactly. I'm an oversharer. I don't know if you guys have picked up on that over the years, but I am definitely an oversharer. So, did you guys do anything fun this weekend?
I celebrated the fact that February was over, and February decided to send me out. February, for those of you who don't know, is like my worst month ever, like consistently for like the last like 20 years. Bad luck month every year. And so like I got to like the last day of February and I was kind of like, okay, cool, we're over. It's the last day. I just won't go outside. Things will be fine. Day ended with me getting like a really aggressive UTI, and I was like,
oh no.
Yeah. And I'm really on top of that stuff. So like when it happened, I was like,
yeah. Oh, I hate those too. Because then your back hurts and everything hurts.
Everything hurts. Like, everything sucks. And you're supposed to drink water, but it's painful and you're like reluctant and like,
yeah.
I'm really lucky because the medical group that I have in has like a call-in service. Yeah. And like I just call and I'm like, look, this is what I have. Please don't make me come and pee on a stick because I just can't. And they're kind of like, nope, just go pick up your meds. I'm like, thank fucking God.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh man, I'm sorry. You should go get those capsules of pure cranberry juice.
I hear mixed things about that because like I have some doctors that say they work, and then I have others that say they actually make it worse because of the acid that's in them, and I'm like, I just don't win. Like,
yeah, that's right. Like, so my I guess he would be my uncle-in-law is a homeopathic doctor, and he's the one who told me to always go to that first, because I already, like, I have a big kind of love-hate relationship with antibiotics. And so he's like, try this first, and if it doesn't work, then do the antibiotics. And I was like, okay. And every time it seems like, I don't know, within 24 hours, things start to calm down. so yeah, but if you know, you do you.
Penicillin is not my friend.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like because my dad is allergic to penicillin, our family doctor tries to stay away from it for me and the kids. So we get amoxicillin, but amoxicillin always makes sick stomachs and sick booties, and so it's like, let's go all natural. And just wash your hands, okay? Wash your hands. Front to back.
I took a derivative once that actually gave me a psychotic episode.
Oh God.
Oh man.
And it was an antibiotic that did that.
Oh no. Oh my goodness.
I mean, it came out of the blue. I was taking something because I had an infected toe.
Mm-hmm.
And instead of giving me an ointment, the doctor gave me a pill to swallow.
Mm-hmm.
And I take it at the same time every day. And my doctor said afterwards, like about 4 days into it, said he came in, closed the door, and said, "I just wanted to let you know that you're not in trouble, that you need to go back to the clinic, back to your doctor, because I've noticed that every time, a half hour after you take that pill, you are crazy."
Oh yeah.
Not normally, you don't normally say F you to people in the office.
Yeah. Yeah.
So go now.
Yeah.
Don't come back until you're not taking the pill anymore.
Oh yeah. Well, and depending on what medications you're taking, they can definitely interact negatively with each other. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, like last year I had like a tongue infection. Like I don't even know how, like they can't explain to me how it happens, but it happened. I got tongue infection and they were like, okay, well, we're gonna go ahead and give you the 9 yards because not only was my tongue swelling, but my neck was too, but it wasn't an allergic reaction kind of thing. It wasn't related to my thyroid. So they're like, well, we're going to cover all the bases and give you these 3 things. And I was like, okay, well, as long as I don't die, I don't care. And like 2 days into it, like I don't normally get suicidal. Like that's like the very far end.
Yep.
But like I noticed I was rapidly going that way and I was like, what the fuck is happening? And like Mr. Brown and I had like grabbed all the drugs and we were going through everything. And like sure enough, one of them causes mood swings, and of course like I'm already prone to shit like that, so it's just like, okay, well, you just need to cuddle me a lot until like 4 days from now. Okay.
Yeah. Yep. Oh yeah. I had a medication experience similar to that, and I thank Sarah Scharnweber all the time for being up in the middle of the night. I know that she was struggling through some stuff too, that's why she was up in the middle of the night, but she caught on. She was like, what are you doing awake? What's going on? And she kind of like talked me through the bullshit. And that's when I realized that, okay, my medications are fucking with my brain. So
when I first started taking my HIV medication, I was there every couple of days, and I would get a visit from this pharma psychiatrist.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, there were so many doctors, I didn't care, but eventually he said to me, like after about a month in, he said, okay, well, I don't have to see you anymore. And I said, well, why were you seeing me in the first place? And he said, well, just to make sure that whoops,
sorry,
just to make sure that you didn't, like go off the deep end. And I said, well, wouldn't it have been nice for you to tell me that before all this?
Mm-hmm.
Anyway.
Oh yeah. All right. Well, we are going to get on track.
Sorry.
And we'll talk more. No.
You're totally fine. You can blame me because I got us started on this train.
No. I think that this was a lovely conversation. For like so long, I'm like ramble, and then a little work, and then more rambly. So I'm trying to be like Okay, I have a deadline. I know everybody else has deadlines, so we got to rein it in. But it never fails. We'll get on a good topic like this and we'll just ramble because I love talking to everybody. So, all right. Are you guys ready?
I'm ready.
Let's do it.
Awesome. And 3, 2, 1, go. Alrighty, that is time. How did everybody do?
I did great. I thought that was gonna take a lot longer, but they actually don't like have anything built up, so
So it was easy snooping.
yeah, it was super easy snooping. So I already wrote down all the questions I was gonna need to ask them and went to Canva to go make my promo items for my thing.
I do love easy snooping.
Yeah.
Easy, easy, easy. How did you do, Mike?
I read over 905 words, and I got rid of 75 of them.
Oh, wow. You got rid of 75 words? It has hurted my heart.
Like, you know you're an overwriter when you hear somebody's like, I took out words, like, oh my god, I'm so sorry for your loss.
I know. Why would you do such a thing? No. Oh, man. That's awesome. Well, I was able to take a phone call from my mom, and now I have to play Tetris. It sounds like I'm going to end up playing Tetris with my daughter's furniture because, everybody's moving and they have all this neat stuff. And apparently she's like, hey, Grandma, can I have your queen size bed when you move? And my mom's like, yeah, sure. And I'm like, oh, I don't think that's going to work.
Have you seen these rooms? They're not very big.
I know. I'm like, well, our oldest had a queen size. He actually had a queen size bed in this room that is now my office. And when he had a queen size bed in here, there was literally like the bed and a dresser and like a 3-foot L-shaped walkway, like between one wall and then his dresser and the bed. Like you could literally sit on the bed and hit your knees on the dresser. But he wanted it. And I was like, oh, okay. So we'll see how that works out.
When I finally moved out of the house, I think I had, because I couldn't say no, because people wanted to give me things. So
Yeah.
I think I had 2 sets of pots and pans.
Oh, wow.
And I'm like, where am I going to put all this? I'm 25 years old. I don't need 2 sets of pots and pans. I barely need 1.
Right? You're like, I don't cook that much. Yeah, but with pots and pans, like I have a lot of random pots and pans because it never fails, especially as my kids got older and they wanted to be more like creative in the kitchen. They have ruined some pans.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
I'm trying not to think about that, like, because I used to cook a lot. So when I think about teenagers in the kitchen, and I know that, I don't know, kitchen utensils are sacred items to me.
Oh yeah. Well, I just every time they would like burn one, I'd be like, all right, well, let's go out into the shed and see what we have in the boxes. But yeah, I used to have really nice pans at one point in time, and somehow between divorces and moving cross country and children, they just kind of disappeared. And now that I have children who are being creative in the kitchen, I'm like, let's go to Goodwill and get a new pan. But that's actually an excellent place to find cast iron, just in case you're a cast iron nut like myself.
Sure it is.
What's good about it on my end is that for the next generation anyway, they will have a bunch of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Now that the generation before me has gone, and we've inherited all that stuff. We're keeping it for the most part so that the kids
Mhm.
will they will probably will not lack for anything. Like, they
Right.
won't have to go out and buy a couch. There's like 5 of them in storage somewhere.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Always
Dining room tables, got you covered.
Whatever you need, man, we're here. We got this. We're good.
right. Well, and there's a lot. I mean, there's a lot of good stuff you can do. Like if you find someone who's in the same position you were in all those years ago, you can always say, "Hey, don't worry, I got you. Need a table? I got 20."
Yep.
So, all right, let's see how everybody did over here. So BC Brown cranked out edits on 5 pages. Congratulations. And I'm really terrible at the whole comments thing. So
You're in good company. Don't even worry about it.
I know, right? And I think everybody knows that I'm a little, like, I don't know, crazy. I'm like a little butterfly. I'm all over the place during these things. Heather whittled words. And my elevator pitch. Turned off the coffee pot. What's an elevator pitch? I've never heard of that before.
Oh, it's like the 1 to 2 sentence pitch about your book. So, for example, if somebody wanted to know what my book is about, I'd say it's about a man-eating monster looking to make friends and find love.
Oh, that's really cool. I'll have to write that down and see if I can, my overwriterness can come up with something like that.
Good luck.
Trying to come up with 1 or 2 sentences about 120,000 word thing is absolute hell.
Yeah. Oh, if I get overly frustrated with it, I'll walk away. I don't stress myself out over things that I won't use. So, Misha joined us. Good morning or good evening, depending on, I know you're off continent, so thank you for being here. And she just finished working for the day. Yay!
Yay!
Now I get to go home, rest, and get some writing done.
Drink wine or prune juice, whatever it is you.
That's right. Rosalind, good morning. Thank you for being here with us. Rosalind is researching and watching dead files for ideas. Very interesting. BC Brown. Huh?
Is that a program?
I want to say that the dead files are I think it's on like the investigation channel. My sister watches a lot of those, and I want to say that are the dead files the ones that are more like paranormal focused. It's been a really long time, and I mean, you can ask anyone who knows me in real life. I don't watch enough television to tell you.
I know what the X-Files are.
Right.
I don't think that's the same.
I watched like zero TV. Let's see.
Back in the day, we were TV nuts, but now that we're like more mature, we're kind of like, I can do without it.
Mm-hmm. Well, what I think is fascinating is I didn't grow up with like a television. Like, we had a TV and it picked up on like 2 channels, and the only day that there were programs on there that were appropriate for children was like Sunday. So,
My mother was very particular about the programs that she let her young children watch.
Mm-hmm.
And even when I was a teenager, I didn't watch that much television. So now, I mean, the cable, why have 500 channels available to you when you're just going to watch two of them.
Right.
So
I think Mr. Man has like 2,500 channels, and he legit like will cycle through like 5 of them, you know. And the one that we like together is the UFC channel. Anytime he's got that going on, I'll take a seat. Especially if McGregor's fighting, I'll be like, all right, it's going to be good today.
for me, instead of watching cable, I will go online to the station that I want, or the program that I want to watch.
Yeah.
And if I have to, I'll pay money for that. But I don't want to pay like $120 a month for the privilege of only watching 2 channels.
Right.
So, you know, like, because of course, the program that you want to watch is on a station that's part of the specialty programs.
Yes. Yes. Like,
Never fail.
If you want to watch Outlander, you have to pay an additional $10 a month to have stars. It's like, what?
Like, no. You go online and find where Star originates and pay the $2 or whatever it is that you need to pay and watch it.
Oh yeah. So Haley is a lover of cast iron as well, and BC Brown agrees that Goodwill is an excellent place to buy cast iron. She's hunting for a Dutch oven, you and me both, because if you can find one, and here's my problem, I can find the Dutch ovens minus the lids. I'm like, what are they keeping all the lids? And Rosalind says that the Dead Files are on the Travel Channel, and it is paranormal. Oh, and Haley let me know that it's only $6 for stars, not 10. See, I'm telling you, this is how much I know about the television. I pay the bill. Mr. Man watches the television.
I have a cast iron skillet in my possession that I know was owned by my great grandmother. She got it from somewhere. So this thing is almost 200 years old.
Yeah, if you look on the back, if there's a stamp, you can actually track like where it was made and all that good stuff.
It's just amazing how long these things last.
Oh yeah. And once they're seasoned, that's like never get rid of it. Never get, if it's got 200 years of seasoning, keep it forever. So all right, well, let's go ahead and get into another sprint. Hopefully I'll get some more words because my phone's not going to ring. I won't have to fix the problems of the universe this time. Okay?
Okay.
All right, here we go. In 3, 2, 1, go. All right, that is time. How did everybody do? Let us know. If you just recently came in, thank you for being here. Good morning. Morgan, how are you? Natalie, how are you? Laurel, thank you for being here. Tell us how. Haley, I'm torn on the whole Outlander. I love Outlander. Actually, I think I just love Jamie, and like, I hope that they take the whole Highlander story and kind of make something with it, because I can completely live without Claire, and I hope that Brianna somehow like finds herself and becomes someone better than who she is at this point in time. But fingers crossed, she does have room for development, so fingers crossed. I just need a Jamie Highlander spinoff, and I'll be hooked, and then I'll start watching TV like religiously.
That was the last we ever saw of Dana.
What?
I said that was the last we ever saw of Dana.
That's right. I can appreciate the Scottish culture, you know what I'm saying? Oh man, how'd you guys do?
Well, Bones kept coming in here and trying to jump on my lap, so I didn't get much done other than I'm trying to get things together for what's going on this fucking thing of chaos over here.
Yeah.
I'm probably gonna be at that for a while, but I need to do it.
You got some good Bones snuggle time, right?
Yeah, great Bones snuggle time. He's really good at like rubbing his face up on mine and then sticking hair in my mouth. Like, I don't know how he does it, but it's a Bone superpower over here.
Tala. Oh, go ahead.
I read through 1,046 words, and I'm at the halfway mark now of getting rid of the 1,000 words that I need to get rid of.
Very cool. So
I've gotten rid of 500 words so far.
That's good. That's fantastic.
You're killing me. No.
You're doing great, man. Doing great. Hang in there. Kill those darlings. Kill them.
I know. Oh man, I'm still mathing. No, I'm not. I already did the math. I got 266 words. So it was actually more productive than I thought it was going to be. So
when you're doing this kind of edit that I'm doing, sometimes you actually have to add. You take away words. Sometimes you have to add some. But you don't necessarily want to take away from the story. But there are ways of saying things that may not necessarily take 20 words that it took you originally. Maybe it only needs 5.
Right. Like I have a really hard time with, instead of using like haven't, I'll actually type out have not, and then I'll have to go through and I'll have to fix it all. Because it's just one of those weird quirks, I think.
Well, no, because you and I have done a lot of academic writing. That's our problem.
Yeah. It's like, okay, now this is for entertaining. I'm not explaining how to do a life-saving procedure.
Yeah.
Dissertations in university are different animals altogether than fiction when you're trying to explain a psychological principle.
Yeah. Yeah, it's rough.
Oh yeah.
If I get done writing an essay and then I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go write my fiction writing, I can always immediately tell like I'm still in academic mode, so I have to like go and reset my brain somehow.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, storyboarding. Yeah.
Definitely. All right. So over here in the edits, in the comments, We have Laurel just got here. Thank you very much. Perpetually late. Oh, it's fine. It's fine. I'm perpetually late. In fact, I think it's very rare that I have a live stream that starts right at 10 o'clock. And my husband has, gone almost insane because I make him late for everything. So you're among good friends. Absolutely. Yep. Haley didn't do diddly do, which is fantastic. As long as you're here and enjoying our company, I appreciate it. BC Brown edited one page. I couldn't ignore my stomach anymore. That's, you can't edit if your stomach's like, feed me, Seymour, feed me. So you're doing good. You're doing good. Natalie is officially at 30% left to do for this first draft after this sprint. Just done. Awesome. That's really awesome. Congratulations. Haley, a low-key wish. Are these comments like going slow? They do that sometimes.
Yeah, it takes a while for them to travel over from YouTube onto StreamYard.
Low-key wish they had left. Okay. Wish they had left the books on the third one.
She's talking about Highlander.
Okay. But they had left the series on the third one, yeah. Yeah, that's why I've never actually read the Outlander books, but I've heard that it's an interesting debate between book readers and series lovers.
It always is. No matter.
Yeah.
She talks a lot about herbs and being a nurse in the book. I'm kind of like, one part interesting, other part, I just want the D. Like, I don't really care about you picking these fucking herbs right now. Like,
right.
It was the same issue I had in A Discovery of Witches, where we spent a lot of time drinking tea and talking about wine while the most interesting stuff was being done by the love interest off scene. I'm like, can we go see what that guy's doing? Because like this tea and wine thing, not for me. Like,
right. I guess my biggest complaint about like Claire's character is like I understand that it's set, in the first book we see her and she's in the 1940s and she's just survived World War II as a combat nurse.
Right.
And she's now trying to come back into the real world and be the wife and be all of these things. But I struggled with the fact that she goes from being a combat nurse, a female combat nurse during World War II, to now she's like so indecisive. And to me, it's very frustrating when she's like, I don't know. It's really weird. I'm like, are you freaking kidding me? You just survived like freaking World War II and now you're going to cry over some stupid shit. I don't know. And maybe that's like, it's probably just a me thing. I don't know. Her character was a little just disappointing.
She probably didn't learn how to compartmentalize.
Right. Well, and it was like, and then it's like, okay, so she has all this knowledge in her, and then she gets pregnant, and she, while pregnant, still is going to infectious people where they have no infectious disease control whatsoever. Uh-oh, what happened? Oh, wow, that was crazy. You and Mike both.
Why'd you do that to me?
I didn't do anything.
Why'd you do that to me?
I don't know what happened.
The internet didn't want to hear about you bitching about those books, but they couldn't punish you, so they had to punish us.
I know. I guess
the gremlin.
Bones, come on.
He's not even here.
See, and Claire does make a lot of really dumb choices.
Is there something wrong?
You know,
You were so clingy today. What is going on?
I know everyone vanished. He's like, I can hear the stress in Dana's voice.
I've come to help you.
That's right. I've come to help you, and I'm going to give her licks through the computer.
Yes, just that. Yes.
Yeah. Nope. Amy is not with us today. That was the weirdest thing. And it was so weird. I like looked down and you and Mike were both like just gone. I was like, whoa, what happened? That is so weird.
We're just fed up with the conversation. We decided to leave.
That's right. I'm sorry. All right. I'm done talking about crybaby bitch Claire. Okay.
Harsh, harsh.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
I wish I could go in, like, be part of that conversation, but I've never seen the TV series much or read the book. So.
You might enjoy it. There was a lot of things that I enjoyed. There was a lot of things that I was just kind of like, ooh, but that was the point. Some of it just shocked my heart into being stone. I was just, but yeah. So, all right. Anyway, shall we do another one?
Whenever you are ready, I'm ready.
All right, let's do this then.
Alrighty.
All right, in 3, 2, 1, go. I was just cruising along and completely forgot about the timer. How did you guys do?
I read through 1,120 words, but only got rid of 47 words this time.
Right on. Very cool. I know. I have a timer on my phone, and it went off, and I saw that I still had a minute, and I was like, oh, okay, I'm going to finish this last sentence. And sure enough, I didn't make it back in time.
What? What is your deal? She can't hear you.
And she's over there.
Hi, Bones. I'm right here.
And then
He's
he ran
like-
off.
I know. He's like, that's a scary lady. How did you do, Carol?
I'm fine. I got to relive my life as a teacher by trying to fix a paper jam.
Oh, fun stuff.
That was like, we always
That's
used to joke all the time when we were teachers that if we couldn't keep teaching, we would be great like printer technicians because we could always fix printer jams.
Yeah. You know, I had the weirdest jam. So every now and again, the paper would go, and then suddenly it would get jammed. And I would fix it, or at least I thought I fixed it, and then a couple pages would go, and then it would get jammed again. And I was like, what is going on? And there wasn't an actual like paper stuck in the printer or anything like that. What happened was the power cord, someone had moved the printer and the power cord had gotten underneath it. And so occasionally the paper would just go right over the power cord and it would be okay. But once it got down to like one or two sheets, the paper would get caught on that cord underneath the printer. And then suddenly, oh my gosh, there's a paper jam.
Paper jam.
I once was an administrator in a very large corporate environment, and we had several photocopiers / printers, and there was one of them was jammed, and it had been jammed for days, and they had like 2 or 3 technicians come and look at it already. They were about to like ship it off, and I just sort of looked underneath, put my hand out, and took out this tiny little sliver of paper.
Yep.
That had, because I noticed that one of the papers that was lying nearby had a little tiny sort of
bitty
chunk out of it.
Yep.
And, so like I just fiddled around for it. It took me 30 seconds. And I managed to save the company, I don't know, something like $10,000.
Oh, yeah.
They were about to buy another friggin'.
Did they at least buy you lunch? Tell me they bought you lunch.
Yeah, they bought me lunch.
Yay!
At least they did something nice for you. I always hate it when like as an employee, suddenly you're like saving your company thousands of dollars and they're like, oh, thank you for being creative. Yay. And you're just like,
by the way, you're fired.
Right? Wait, what? Seriously?
No, I think he's joking.
Oh, okay.
Tell me you're joking, Mike.
Well, actually, that did happen to me.
Oh my god. Oh, that's terrible. Oh my god.
Yeah. I mean, not at the situation was the company was losing money and we had to find out ways of saving. And
then you saved yourself out of a job.
My recommendation was to fire me.
Oh, you recommended it. Okay.
I recommended it.
Oh, okay. See, that's a little bit different because I don't know. If I were to get fired and it wasn't like, hey, I'm going to resign anyway type of thing, I think that would really be damaging to my ego.
I didn't want to, but I mean, it was like there was only so much we could do, and
Right.
and I was the only one at the time that wasn't married, didn't have kids. So I said, if anybody, like,
You were like the
be let
sacrificial
go,
lamb.
you know, I could survive. Like,
Yeah.
if I have to move back into my parents' house, then
Tell
I
me
can-
somebody still bought you lunch after that. Oh my God.
Oh yeah, they did.
Okay. Okay. Good.
A couple lunches, right? Oh man.
I was talking to one person because I was talking to them about this experience I had last week, and I'm pretty easy to make happy. Like, if you want me to work like 12-hour days or whatever, feed me, right? Give me lunch, give me a pat on the back, and let me go on my merry way. But this place wasn't going to do that. It was just more like, you should feel honored to come and volunteer with us. And I was like, hold on, sis.
You
Like,
were volunteering?
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was a very weird conversation I was having with this person, and I don't know if they just don't have like a bedside manner or anything. But like the moment I turned around and said, no dice, not doing this, you have a nice day, they're like, oh, but we really need your help. And I was like, I'm pretty confident that you need my help. I already just told you no.
Here's what I learned about volunteers. When you are running a production that is 90% based on volunteers, you not only lather up your lips with some good lip balm, but you do some major ass kissing.
Oh, we lost Mike. Look what you did. You got to the juicy part and then he left.
I know. Maybe it's just too spicy. But no. And the way, yeah. So when you have volunteers and you treat them poorly, just remember, every volunteer that quits on you, that's more work you got to do on you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, and I was totally willing because it was one of my friends who was like, "Hey, we need help," and I was like, "Okay, friend, I'll come help." And then I talked to this other person, and they were like, "You don't get this, and you don't get that, and this is what you're expected to do, and da 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 da, and we'll only pay you at the end of the season once everything's done because they're gonna compensate me for my gas." Which I was like, "That's nice," but of course, like I'm still sitting there. It's like, so am I like supposed to work like 10 hours a day and you don't even feed me? Like, and there's no community involvement, there's no hang out with us afterwards. You might get a discount on camping if you want to stay on the site. And I was just like, I'm seeing why you can't get anybody to do this.
Yeah, that's really
I've experience of both sides of being just a volunteer, but also being in the organization of the volunteer and in charge of a bunch of volunteers. And sometimes, like, you do get the people who absolutely always need recognition, and that's one thing. But when you don't recognize anybody at all, ever, and you treat them like crap,
yeah,
it's like, don't do that.
Yeah.
Just don't do that.
Yeah, when I challenged them on you want me to work 10 hours a day and you're only going to pay me at the end, and like I'm not, like I was trying to say, like, I need you to throw me a bone because you're not throwing me any bones here. And they're like, well, this is a great hobby. Like that was the pitching line. I was like, you're not selling me on any community involvement. You're not telling me about the great experience. You're just like, it's a good hobby.
Yeah.
I could do my hobby for 2 hours somewhere else.
That's right. You're like, I could dress up however I want on Dana's live stream, and we could smoke our own turkey legs and have our own.
Oh, that's only you're saying that because you know where I was about to volunteer.
I know. I love that. I love that crown.
I don't have one.
I'm all dressed up.
Yeah.
I gave my niece a tiara.
Oh,
I don't have one.
You can get one. I got this one for $20 on Amazon.
Yeah. Oh, I asked for like a detailed picture, like a more detailed picture, because I can't see it very clearly.
Oh my god. Okay, fine. Selfie time. Hold on.
And I just,
The tiara that I got my niece was quite something. It was. Yeah. I mean, it was. There weren't like real jewels in it, but it certainly looked like there were.
Yeah.
And she was not. She was 7 when I got it for her, and she actually wore it at my wedding.
Oh, fun.
She had the tiara, and she had a long white dress. I mean, she could have been the freaking bride.
Oh, how fun.
But she had a good time.
I
have to tell you, Dana, that I really suck at taking selfies, so you're gonna have to work with me on this.
That's okay. That's okay. I will accept anything you send me.
It looks nice from here.
I know. That's why I mean, from this distance, it looks fabulous. That's why I was like, oh, I gotta see a close up. Minnie Monster, and Mr. Man went to a father-daughter dance, and I got her this really cute tiara, and in the center was this little heart, and then it had like a diamond that hangs down in the middle of it, and she still has it, but she's kind of a clutch, and she's a little bit of a hoarder. So it's in her room somewhere, but she definitely still has it. It's okay. It's okay. I totally understand. I got the pack of mutes as well. Oh,
my cat hasn't bothered me all day.
Yeah.
I'm beginning to worry.
Oh, I love that. That is beautiful.
Yeah.
It's got
It is nice.
Yeah. It's got like pearls and
yeah, there's different colors to it.
Yeah.
It's totally fake, by the way. This is all plastic.
Oh yeah.
Okay. I don't want people to be like, you have pearls. Like, no. This is free 50, Carol. Free 50. Okay.
That's right. I'm like, I have pearls, but they were given to me by, I don't even remember this person anymore, but we had a friend of our family who was like a world traveler, and he had gone to Asia and brought me back these strands of freshwater pearls. See, that is beautiful.
Yeah, they could be crystals instead of.
Yeah, they look. It's definitely crystals and little pearls, and then I like how they use the black beads to kind of accent everything.
Yeah, I thought it was really nice. I think I can't remember if it was you, Mike, who told me that I was the queen of rants and I needed a crown, but I was like, fine, I'll go get a freaking crown right now. I'm like,
I think I called you the Empress.
Oh, the Empress. Oh, okay. So I'm an organized capital B. You hear that?
That's right.
Yeah, you don't like that shocking right now. He has started to bark again. Mm-hmm. Oh my God. Somebody save me.
This is my most expensive thing.
Is that your wedding ring?
Like what we're squinting?
It's an engagement ring, actually.
Oh, is it black onyx?
Yes.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's beautiful.
And
we love a good black onyx.
Because I can only wear gold.
Yeah.
I eat through everything else.
I wear gold on my left hand, and then I do silver on my right. And for the longest time, like when I was growing up, people would always tell me, you can't wear silver and gold together. And now it's totally a thing. Yeah. I'm like,
they have silver and gold rings, for crying out loud.
Oh, I know. It's like, I'm like, why? I think even when I was a little girl, I was like, they're beautiful.
I can't wear silver. I eat through it. And I'm not kidding. Like,
do you have a lot of acid? Like
the metal deteriorates.
Mm-hmm. I had a friend in high school, and her acidity levels in her body were so high that her gold, she could take a gold bracelet and spin it, and it would leave a mark on her wrist. And then like silver, it would, over time, it would just start to dissolve.
I have both a magnetic and an acrid personality.
Yeah.
Oh, I like it. Very nice.
She would actually like spray lacquer on her jewelry so that she could wear it. But
it wasn't platinum, but there was I had been given something else, and it was supposed to be this inert metal. I ate through that, and that's supposed to be impossible.
Oh, the titanium?
No.
I was about to say, like, What are you made of, friend?
I know.
What spider bit you?
But
Holy cow.
well, I mean, I can't wear watches because I affect either the battery or like I had an analog watch when I was a kid, and it would one day it would be 15 minutes fast, the next day would be 15 minutes slow. Weird.
Holy cow.
And I thought I was like the weirdest person on earth, but
You have a different gremlin curse. That's what you have.
but apparently, whatever it is, there's a word for it, and it affects something like 1 in 100,000 people.
Yeah.
Where they actually can affect compasses.
Oh, that's crazy. That is really crazy. That is nuts. I know. I was gonna say, did you grow up in like near 3 Mile Island or anything?
Or the Canadian equivalent.
Right. I mean, I'll be honest. I don't really know a whole lot about Canada.
Canada has nuclear power plants. Yes.
Yeah, I went to.
Near Toronto, there's like a series, or at least there was. They closed some of them down, but there was a series of extremely large, 6 of them, all in a row. And people were saying, you know, if anything happens, they're getting old, and if anything happens to them, like bye world.
Oh wow, wow.
Yeah, because but they've closed those down, and we're also known for our what's called the can-do reactor.
What's that?
CNDU, can-do reactor. It's a type of atomic reactor that makes it so that weapons grade material is you can use it, and it cannot produce weapons grade material, apparently.
Right on.
So they sell those to foreign powers that should not have atomic energy otherwise.
Yeah. I went to Victoria, and I absolutely fell in love with the Hanging Gardens and the people of Victoria and BC. And outside of that, I have not been to like Canada, even though it's like right on top of us. I should probably go visit more of Canada.
It's a big place.
Yes. Well, and I was like, we have a friend who drives from Arizona to Alaska. And I was like, you know what? I would be totally cool to do like a cross country drive in Canada. And then like right in the middle, there's a whole lot of nothing. And I was just kind of like, I don't know if that's such a great idea. You'd probably have to like take lots of supplies and stuff.
Well, it's kind of the same in the United States, you know. Like
well, no, I'm talking about like the time
in the middle.
Not a whole lot of stuff.
But in Canada, it's interesting that they say that 80% of the population lives within 100 miles of the American border.
Yeah. Because we depend on each other. Right?
I live within 25 miles of the American border.
How many?
25 miles.
Oh, okay. So you could like work in the US and then live in Canada?
Yeah,
if you wanted to? Yeah, I know. See, BC Brown has been to they're absolutely magnificent. One day I will return to them. I loved it. It was like, I don't know, you could like stand under it, and it was like getting lost in a forest, like a floating forest above you. It was just, I've never seen anything like it before. And I've heard that like in biblical times, the Hanging Gardens of Babylon were supposed to be very similar to that. So I thought it was just absolutely magical. Absolutely magical. So, but on that absolutely magical note,
It's time for us to go.
yes, I was going to say it's time for us to go. I got Mr. Elijah waiting on me. He's like, come on, Mom, let's go to school. Because, he wants to go learn some stuff. Because he's a good boy. So, all right, we'll go backwards this time, and we'll start with Caro.
Okay. Hello, my name is Kara Brown. I'm an urban fantasy author. I also write erotica under the name of Faye Black. You can find me pretty easy. I've got my own YouTube channel where I talk and whine about the life of the writer, sometimes under the influence of wine. My debut book is in relaunch mode right now. There's a pre-order that is out. If you would like to support me, you can do that. If you're looking at me and you're like, Kara, I don't know you and I don't trust you about what you have to say about writing, I actually have a newsletter where if you sign up for it, you get access to a free short story. You can read it, see if I know anything about this writing nonsense, and then make your choice after that. And you can unsubscribe from the newsletter if that's all you want. I can't judge you, but your name will forever remain in my unlisted box forever.
And
okay.
Never.
Yeah. Seriously, no hard feelings. I totally get it.
My name is Mike McPhee. I also my sexy self goes by Eddie LaFay, and you can also get stuff from me at some point, the name of Ned Erickson. I have a video out on my channel that's out from yesterday. It is a review of a book by Alina Popescu. So if you want to check that out, and go buy it. Anyway,
go buy the book anyway. Just
go buy the book.
Go buy it.
And that's it. I hope to come back.
Oh, absolutely.
You're always welcome. Like, absolutely. There's no question. Like,
yeah. And I am, so not only am I the worst comment reader and now I can't think because my food intake is low. I'm terrible at the comments, but I'm also terrible about posting my links in the chats so everyone can find me. So yeah, any day that you want to be on, I've got like an open door policy. You're always welcome. And just I don't know, send me one of those pokes, but instead of a poke, it's like a punch and be like, hey, over here. I want to come and play. So, all right. Well, and on that note, I am Dana Gollin Writes. You can also find my Sexy Time stories under AVA FOX over on Amazon. You can go to my website, danagollinwrites.com, and find all of my goodies there. And I just want to say thank you all for coming. And I look forward to seeing you tomorrow on Caro's stream.
I'm doing this because I'm trying to pause you real quick. Brown, there are several other live streams today. Heather has one right after this, and then later on, Leora is having one, and then Jamie Burnfield is also having one. You should be able. I think you have a link to it in this video, Dana. The spreadsheet.
I believe so. So.
Okay.
So and Heather is actually going to postpone her writing sprints until 2:30 p.m. this afternoon. Okay. I think it's 2:30 Eastern Standard Time.
Yes, and I am a thing tomorrow.
Okay. All right. So yeah, so we will be back tomorrow. Heather will be on next at 2:30. And happy writing. And I appreciate everybody being here. And we will see you later.